Thank you for joining us. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quin Tran. We're bringing you this special episode of CNTV from the beautiful Chickasaw Cultural Center in Sulphur, Oklahoma.
The Cultural Center is one of several sites hosting events and activities that are part of the Chickasaw Nation's annual meeting and festival. This year's theme, Coming Home, Sharing Our Stories.
We take you now to Tishomingo for Governor Bill Anoatubby's State of the Nation address.
We had advancements in services, in commerce, tribal government, and in finances. The Chickasaw Nation has never been in better shape, and the state of the Chickasaw Nation is the best ever.
In his State of the Nation address, Governor Bill Anoatubby shared the Chickasaw Nation's path to progress. The journey has been focused on a mission to enhance the overall quality of life of the Chickasaw people. Today, the Chickasaw Nation offers more than 200 tribally funded programs, plus more than 60 federal programs. The tribal budget has grown exponentially, funding services from education, healthcare, and nutrition to housing and family services.
Our people have been focused, they've been resilient, and been determined.
Governor Anoatubby explained that the success reflects the perseverance of the Chickasaw people throughout the tribe's history.
Even after the European explorers disrupted our way of life, our tribe persevered and adapted to the changing times. Even after we were uprooted from our homelands in Mississippi, we reestablished ourselves in our nation and set about making a life in the new territory. We continue to hold our families together and wanted for something more. We held on to our hope that one day we would again be self-governing and self-determined. That hope changed to action in the 50s and 60s when our community leaders fought for our ability to select our own leadership. In 1970, it became a reality, and in 1971, we had our first gubernatorial election after Oklahoma statehood. In 1983, 30 years ago, a new constitutional form of government was established by the Chickasaw people. Our sovereignty was affirmed. The same opportunities, the same rights, and the same powers to select our own destiny were needed for our people, just like the rest of society. The goals became a plan, and then the plan became our vision. Your tribal government has matured in the 30 years since the 1983 Constitution.
3 decades later, the Chickasaw Nation is a leader in Oklahoma and attracts interests beyond state borders. Through world-class facilities, cultural venues, and tourism destinations, the tribe shares its story.
We are experiencing a true renaissance in almost every aspect of the Chickasaw Nation. The nation has risen to a place of influence, and the people around us are feeling the effects of that influence, whether it be the effects of an individual citizen's contribution or the tribe's contribution as a whole. We are affecting things like education, government, the economy, healthcare, social welfare, and in general, society around us. Today, our people have every right to hold their heads up high and speak from the highest places. Chickasaw, we are Chickasaw. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Chickasaws, the state of the Chickasaw Nation is great and getting better every day.
Chickasaws from across the country are home to take part in the festivities.
For many, it's a homecoming, a reunion with family, and a renewed connection with their tribe.
Alaska's home now, but that's home away from home. This was my first home.
You know, people they haven't seen in a long time, and so, yeah, it's a homecoming.
I've been going to the annual meeting for over 50 years, and I keep coming back because, you know, I'm true to the tribe. I believe in all the things that they're doing. I believe in the government of the tribe and how it's set up and how it performs. You feel like there's something that you belong to. It's a people that you trust and you feel good about.
This year marks the 53rd annual meeting of the Chickasaw Nation and the 25th Chickasaw Festival.
The events during the week allow people to celebrate Chickasaw heritage, culture, and spirit, and that includes the spirit of giving, caring, and helping. The Chickasaw Nation hosted a disaster relief drive to benefit people and families impacted by the May 2013 tornadoes. Donations were dropped off as folks arrived for the annual meeting, and items were also donated throughout the week at the Chickasaw Nation's area offices. Items included new coats and children's toys. The tornadoes in May of 2013 claimed lives and destroyed homes, schools, and businesses. Oklahomans in the path of the destruction are rebuilding their lives. A Chickasaw family from Moore, Oklahoma, shares their story.
I've never seen a tornado this violent in my entire life.
Oklahoma is home for so many Chickasaws, but this year, when mentioning Oklahoma, many think of the tragic storms that ripped through the state in May. During this time of hardship, Chickasaw first grader Addison Roberts showed a true spirit of resilience. Addie was inside Plaza Towers Elementary School, one of the hardest hit structures when the tornado came through.
You could see this big tornado coming towards where I knew my kids were. And it was the most helpless feeling because I felt like I was running away from my daughter.
Addie's teacher, Miss Veach, calmly led her class to safety.
She just started telling everybody to hurry up and get into the bathroom. Some kids were just trying to rush in there. One kid got hit by a light.
In the moments following the tornado, Addie's parents desperately tried to reach their daughter.
I was running over ceiling joists, parts of houses to get around here, and I made it within 3 blocks of here, and I had to get out of the truck and start climbing over houses.
As soon as the tornado had stopped, we tried to come back. Well, they had blocked off the highway. People started calling me, Plaza Towers is down, Plaza Towers is down. And I looked at my father-in-law and I said, you gotta get me out of here. I said, or I'm gonna start walking.
With traffic at a standstill in Moore and no cell phone service, Summer was left wondering if her daughter was safe.
When we saw the school, I kind of buckled a little bit and my son grabs my shirt like this and he's like, come on, Mom.
Fortunately, Summer spotted a man with a walkie-talkie who happened to be speaking with Addie's teacher, Miss Veach.
And I said, Miss Veach, this is Summer, is Addie okay? And there was silence for just a second. And she said, Addison is fine, she's with her dad. And me and my son and this big old guy that had the walkie-talkie, he was a teacher's husband, we all just started crying because at that point we knew she was okay.
After an emotional reunion, they were left to assess their destroyed house, the only home Addie had known.
Our neighbor across the street owns a daycare and she had sidewalk chalk. So she gave Addie the sidewalk chalk just to kind of keep her busy while we were cleaning up.
And then they just gave me one of the shingles to color on, so I started doing that and made a lot of them.
People took notice of Addie's artwork and began offering donations in exchange for the shingles. Addie and Summer also presented the Chickasaw Nation with a shingle as a thank you for the tribe's support throughout the cleanup process. Construction on the Roberts house began on Labor Day, and they hope to be in their new home by Christmas.
That's kind of hope that I'm hanging on to, is that first night in our home, we'll all be together and that it'll feel like home again. The help of strangers, the help of family and friends was just all overwhelming. It's nice to know that the nation's still here for us.
They feel very blessed to have each other, family, friends, and neighbors to help them rebuild.
A sense of family is felt within the Chickasaw Nation, and one of the most popular events that families enjoy during the annual meeting celebration is the parade. Take a look. At the Chickasaw Parade in downtown Tishomingo, people from surrounding communities gather to see distinguished leaders, hear the marching bands, and wave to the Chickasaw Princesses.
The kids, they enjoy the parade and that kind of thing, so it's a good family time for us.
From West Tennessee, the Falls family came home to Chickasaw country to experience their first annual meeting and festival.
The little guy like them to see, all the festivities and the cultural things, and help them experience the Chickasaw Nation a little bit. But mostly, for us, it's just good family time, good time to get together and enjoy one another.
Rendon Fall's mother, Shirley Ned, was a Chickasaw princess in the late 1960s.
We have such a rich culture, first of all, but then to know that we're a part of it, and not just people who are Chickasaw, but we actually live the life and experience the people. It's a joy to know who we are and where we come from.
The Falls family and other Chickasaw citizens explored historic buildings and sites. Places like the historic Chickasaw Capitol building share the tribe's story.
I'm really interested in finding out more traditional things. I really want to see traditional dances, and I had a little bit of the food earlier today.
Christy Brydup and her 18-year-old daughter, Mary Elizabeth, are from Shreveport, Louisiana. They know little about their Chickasaw heritage, but through the talents of the Chickasaw people, they gain a perspective on the culture. The Chickasaw Festival brings it all to life.
It's nice to know where you come from and what the people are like and what trials and tribulations they went through and what they've overcome, and know that things are possible no matter where you've been and where you're going.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely, coming back to your roots and getting connected with people. It's quite an experience.
During the week-long celebration, we get to meet so many talented Chickasaws.
They share their stories through beautiful and creative artwork.
My hope with my art is to be able to educate, to bring together the roots and continue my culture and heritage.
The Southeastern Art Show and Market, or CSAM, features the work of Chickasaw and other Native artists. From paintings, pottery, to handcrafted instruments and jewelry, a variety of artwork is on display, all rich in Native heritage and culture.
I do Native shell work, and I do traditional shell work. I try to work in the traditional shell, so I use a lightning whelk shell like our ancestors used, and cut them with modern tools and stain them with modern ink, but present the traditional designs. I do some very traditional stuff, but it's also living. The Chickasaws are not just a culture that used to exist. We are a historic culture. We're also a living culture, and so we continue to develop and to do new things and find new ways of doing old things. And you see all of that expressed here at CSAM.
The Chickasaw Nation celebrates the talents of its citizens through events like CSAM.
And at places like here at the Chickasaw Cultural Center, the Cultural Center is where Chickasaws gathered for Cultural Evening, followed by the Arts and Culture Awards. The Chickasaw Nation recognized the talents of its citizens, including artists, authors, and researchers. Their contributions help to preserve Native culture. Governor Anoatubby presented the Silver Feather Award to Mr. Jerry Imatachi. He's a Chickasaw Native speaker who facilitates the language classes at East Central University in Ada. He co-authored the Chickasaw Prayer Book and helped translate the Chickasaw language in the children's book series, Chickasaw Stories. The Silver Feather Award honors those who work to preserve and revitalize the Chickasaw culture, language, and way of life.
2013 Dynamic Woman of the Year.
A Chickasaw anthropologist was named Dynamic Woman of the Year. Dr. Shannon Speed received the honor for her distinguished career dedicated to researching and teaching topics on Native people. Dr. Speed played a key role in founding the Indigenous Studies Initiative at the University of Texas in Austin. Her current research is on Indigenous Latin American women migrants and gender violence. Established in 2006, the Dynamic Woman of the Year Award honors Chickasaw women who serve as role models and make significant contributions to improve their communities and the lives of others. There's so much to do and see during the annual meeting and festival week.
Let's take you now to some of the fun athletic events. Governor Anoatubby helped kick off this event. Runners laced up for the 5K run and fun walk held in Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
3, 2, 1.
People enjoyed the natural surroundings as they ran or walked the course that included the National Wildlife Refuge. The event was a great way to promote fitness and wellness. The Dunham family participated in honor of Miss Indy Flint, an original enrollee of the Chickasaw Nation.
Her number when she went on the Dawes Commission roll was 3019. She died in 2000. She was 99 years old. And she was always proud of being a Chickasaw.
We're just proud of our Chickasaw heritage, so we're just here celebrating that and celebrating the life of my great-grandmother and all of her descendants.
Participants enjoyed the 5K run and walk. It took about 17 minutes for the first runners to cross the finish line. This is a traditional Native American sport, cornstalk shooting. These archers use handmade bows and arrows, and they aim at targets made of cornstalks. The cornstalk shooting competition in Cullahoma is a popular venue every year.
There are no big hurdles for these little ones. Girls and boys ages 3 to 18 participated in the Junior Olympics. The games were held at the Tishomingo High School track and field complex. Athletes got showered with some rain, but that didn't dampen activities that included the running events, long jump, baseball throw, and the noodle toss.
Having fun and being outside and getting to do things that you like, and it's something that kids love. That's what I think the Junior Olympics is all about.
The Junior Olympics is a fun way to help you have good health and help you when you grow up to have good health.
Chickasaw elders have their own athletic competition. This is the annual Senior Olympics held at the Johnston County Sports Complex in Tishomingo. Elders from the Chickasaw Nation senior centers and Chickasaw seniors from other parts of the state gathered to participate.
And let the games begin.
Governor Anoatubby welcomed the elders who were ready to compete in a variety of fun activities. They participated in various throw events, the popular horseshoe toss, and archery competition. They are some of the best ambassadors of the Chickasaw Nation.
The Chickasaw Princesses serve as role models and help share their tribe's story.
The Chickasaw Princess Pageant is held every year during the annual meeting and festival week. The stage was beautifully decorated for the Chickasaw Princess Pageant held in Ada, Oklahoma. In the introductory walk, the contestants wore the traditional Chickasaw dress. They were judged on their poise and presence. The talent presentation featured the contestants' skills and creativity, including martial arts, language and storytelling skills, vocal and instrumental talents, and artistic skills. Governor Bill Anoatubby, along with Lieutenant Governor Jefferson Keel, honored this past year's princesses and then crowned the 2013-2014 Chickasaw Princesses. J.C. Underwood was crowned Little Miss Chickasaw. Faithlyn Seawright earned the title of Chickasaw Junior Princess. And Savannah Burwell is now the 2013-2014 Chickasaw Princess. For so many Chickasaws, this time of year does mark a homecoming for Chickasaws.
The annual meeting and festival events bring together Chickasaw citizens. They're able to come home and be part of the celebration.
A Chickasaw woman through music shares her story of coming home. She's a long way from New York City, but Tabitha Fair feels at home in Ada, Oklahoma.
Making on to call this place my home.
On this day, the award-winning songwriter and vocalist is in town to rehearse lyrics. The music celebrates citizens coming home for the Chickasaw Nation's annual meeting and festival.
The theme of the annual meeting is coming home, and that's, of course, the name of the song that I'm singing.
Oh, to feel the summer wind, it takes me back again.
It kind of takes you through the journey of of growing up here in Oklahoma as a child and going off, spreading my wings, you know, moving to the big city. You know, walking down the street, seeing the crowds, seeing the faces of different people. It's just, you know, there's people everywhere, but yet you long for your home. You long to see your family, you long to see the beautiful landscape, and then to experience the joy of coming back.
Endless countryside, on a road to morning skies.
Tabitha left Oklahoma years ago to pursue her music career. She's been able to work with big-name musicians and earned recognition for her talents. Her passion for music started at a young age.
Since I was 5 years old, I mean, I love singing and grew up singing in the church. And when you grow up singing in the church, I think that you learn how to connect. Music is about a connection.
She feels a reconnection to her Chickasaw roots. While working on this music project, Tabitha explored places new to her, like the Chickasaw Cultural Center.
So I was just like in awe of the beauty and just the richness of my heritage. This is who we are, you know, and it's pretty spectacular. At the end of the song, that's basically what I say. I say that I'm proud, you know, I'm proud to call this place my home.
So proud to call this place my home.
Tabitha says she enjoyed coming home. She says it was an honor to work with other talented Chickasaws on the music piece for this year's annual meeting.
And it's been an honor to share with you the stories of the Chickasaw Nation's annual meeting and festival. Thanks for watching CNTV.
We leave you with the music tribute titled Coming Home.
Busy streets, flashing lights, see your people passing by. Can't believe how far I've come. The way things used to be, those distant memories, make it hard to call this place my home. But I know someday soon I'll be back holding you. Endless countryside, on a road to morning skies. 'Cause that's the place I know that I belong. Home to feel the summer wind. It takes me back again to open fields where I used to run. And I know I'm coming home. The sweet sound of the morning dove on the sacred land I love.